What's up? So I got a little bit of an idea, I think, for a video. For those who don't know, I recently started a new job, and so I am my time and my schedule has just been really strange for the last week, and I probably for another week or two at least won't have a very set schedule. They kind of have me running and doing different things, so. In training, obviously, when you start a new job, there's always that like onboarding period that you have to go through. But anyway, long story short, I haven't had a time or an idea to really come up with for a video, except for some shooting videos that I've been doing recently. So I'll probably do a couple more of those. But realistically, what I want to do, as always, is a build along, and I think I have a good idea for the a build along this week. So for those of you who don't know, this is a champ. Now, Slingshot just put out the polycarbonate versions of these. They're a 1/2 inch thick. This is an actual champ that was made by Mr. Ray Bazanski himself. Really cool guy. And this frame is one of my all-time favorite frames that I've ever shot for, that I've ever owned, that I might ever have. I can't say enough good things about it. It's not typically my style. I never shoot TTF, so the whole TTF thing is just really strange to me. I do not like shooting TTF. I'm not good with it. I always feel like I should be pinch gripping a TTF slingshot, and I do not like to pinch grip. I'm a brace grip guy all the way. But this frame is made with some type of wood. I don't know what type of wood it is, but it's gorgeous wood, with a very thin G10 liner at the core. Awesome frame, and I shoot BBs with this and clay ammo with this. This one's in my pocket all the time, forever and ever and ever. It probably will stay one of the slingshots that I just shoot forever and ever. It would take a lot for me to get rid of this thing. But what I'm going to do today is, since the polycarbonate ones just came out, and I am a big fan of polycarbonate, I have traced the champ, and I'm going to make myself, this will not be for sale, I'm going to make myself a copy of the champ out of polycarbonate. This is 3/8 inch thick, should be plenty thick. Polycarbonate is an insanely strong material. I traced it once. I'm going to flip it over to the other side and retrace it again, and that way I have a dual outline, and then I can just cut toward the one that I like the most, and then we'll go cut this on the scroll saw. Okay, so that's what it looks like after tracing over it twice, flipping it from side to side. Now I'm going to go cut it out on the scroll saw. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is clean it up on the belt sander. All right, so I could bandage shoot it right now. It would work fine, but it's pretty sharp edging. So I'm going to clean all these edges up real quick, and then I'm going to take this over to the router. So in a video I made a little while back when I was showing people how to cut stuff on the router, I was wearing gloves, and I got a lot of comments about how I should not wear gloves, and that makes total sense. To be truthful, I am sometimes an idiot. Do not wear gloves when you're using a router. It's not a good idea. Okay, anyway, that's my tangent on that. Let me plug this thing in. Okay, it just barely cut the edge, so I'm going to raise it, the router, just a smidge so that I can get a little bit more around the edge of it. It looks pretty good. That might be too much. Not bad, not bad. I don't know if I'll be able to raise it too much before it starts cutting too much off, and then the roundover bit that I have is humongous because I usually shoot like 3/4 or 1 inch thick. I usually route 3/4 or 1 inch thick frames. I don't usually cut stuff this thin. And I don't have a smaller roundover bit, so it's not going to get super super round. But the rest can be done with, I think, some sandpaper, and then I'll cut little notches in with the. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. So for these real thin poly frames, I don't like to cut a band groove into the facing of it. I just cut grooves onto the sides, so that way the band tie-on doesn't slip over the top of it. So for that, I'm going to use this 1/4 inch tungsten, like gnarly looking bit. I don't know how well you can see that, but it just tears through this polycarbonate. So you just got to barely touch it a little bit to make those notches. Awesome. And the rest we'll get done with sandpaper. Okay, so no, not the rest. I need to use the drill to drill a lanyard hole. Okay, so then you replace the bit you made the hole with a much bigger bit, and you barely touch the edge so that it cleans up the edge. Perfect. All right, now sandpaper. Okay, so I sanded the edges to 120. I'm going to try to look for a 220 grit piece, but I am like almost out of 220 grit. So if I can't find any, I'm just going to jump right into the 400, and it'll take a little bit of extra sanding, but it's not that big of a deal. Really, I still have it clear, but you can already see like the edges on it are kind of scratched up, or the faces on it are a little scratched up. Personally, I like the iced look anyway, so that's what we're going to do with it. But I'm just going to go ahead and write into the 400 grit with the faces so that it looks iced over. I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. And actually, once I take it over with a 400 grit, it'll be done. I'll be finished totally. So I'm going to dry it off real quick. This is what's left. And again, it's perfectly usable right here, but I've only got it up to 220. So I'm going to take it up to 400. Maybe a little bit higher. Probably not, though. But that's it. You can see the original here. So, like I said before, I don't shoot TTF, so having the extra TTF option doesn't matter to me. There you go. So I'm going to keep on sanding. Almost done. 400 grit is the grit where if you do a really thorough job with 400 grit, the polycarbonate looks iced, so you can't really see sand lines in there anymore. Like you can kind of see the sand lines in here with the 220. Anything above 400 grit is optional. Anything above 220 is optional because it'll shoot fine. But I can see the lines and I don't like that much. So I'm going to go with the 400. If I think it still needs it, I'll go a little bit higher, but I probably won't. My experience with the polycarbonate is such that I think 400 is perfectly good. I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done. All right, it's the next day. This is what I'm left with. Nice thin. I got some Slingshot 0.4 on here. I'm running out of my latex, so I'm gonna have to re-up pretty soon. Just got some water in the bins, but got the green little spinner in my catch box there. Let's take a few shots for you with it. Shooting 1/4 inch steel. Whoops. Slipped out of my hand. Oof, just underneath it. There we go. Bounced. It bounced back. Just missed it again. Uh-oh. Drop my ball. Dang, I'm just underneath it. Go. Dial it in a little bit. There it is. A couple more shots in there. The ball bounced back to me. Ooh, just over the top. Do one more shot. Oof. Let's see if I have any more. One more. Try to go out on a hit. There it is. All right. Anyway, so that's my champ build. Now I can retire the one that I got from Ray. Because, I don't want to ruin it. I haven't gotten a 4 kit in a long time, knock on wood, but still don't want to take the chance. So, this little pit pouch too. I really like these pit pouches, man. I don't think I'll ever shoot with something else. Anyway, hope you liked it. Again, this isn't available for sale or anything. This is for me, but this polycarbonate stuff, man. If you can find some of it online, this is 3/8 inch, but they sell it in different thicknesses and different sizes. It is indestructible. I couldn't break this if I wanted to. This is an amazing material for slingshots. It's probably the perfect material, really, for slingshots that exists. No matter how often you frame hit this, it's never gonna break. It's never gonna break. It'll get like dents in it, but that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I'm again gonna try to put out some more videos, but until my schedule sort of stabilizes, I don't really know how many I'm gonna be able to make. So thanks for watching either way.